In this episode, we're going to look at another indoor pan-tilt video camera. Let's check it out. In this video, we're going to look at the Anran indoor pan and tilt Wi-Fi camera. This is an indoor only, so it's not waterproof. This is one you would use like to monitor the inside of your house while you're away, monitor the pets, and so forth. Keep an eye on what's going on inside your house. So this is going to be just a very quick setup, how to set this thing up on your Wi-Fi network, and how to access it from your phone, computer, so forth. So the camera itself comes wrapped up. On the camera itself, there's a slot to install an SD card. I'm going to put a 32 gig SD card in here just for the demonstration. So the card goes in just like that. And also included is the power supply. And the unit operates just off a standard USB adapter. So it's a 5 volt 1 amp output, so any USB adapter will operate the camera. So we'll plug it in, and the first thing we need to do is we're going to need to download the app onto the phone. Is it set up using an app? So download the app, just scan the QR code. So I'm going to do that now. So I do that by just opening up my camera app on my phone, and I'm going to scan the Play Store link, and then just hit the button here, hit the link button, and it'll take me to the IPC 360 download page. So I click install and just wait for the software to install, and then we'll follow the directions to set up the camera, which is going to be fairly easy. Once the app is downloaded, I'm going to open the app, and we have to create an account with them, so I'm going to sign up. So you register the camera by entering an email address or a phone number, and they will email me the verification code. So I'm just going to go check my email now and get my email verification code. And they don't give you much time either. They only give you like a minute. So I just got it in time to enter the code that I received. So now I'm going to create a password for the camera and for the app. I've now created a password. I'm going to click OK. And once I've given it the permissions it requires, I need to add the device. So I'm going to power the device up. And wait for the camera to boot up. So it should go through a self-test mode here. And it says I need to press the reset button for 2 to 3 seconds until I hear a DD sound, a little double beep. It's going to do its standard turn around back and forth, and so now I'm going to press the button here for 2 seconds, the reset button. Okay, so now the camera is reset. I can hit the plus button here on the app. It says connect the camera to Wi-Fi. So we're going to connect it to Wi-Fi, as this one is a Wi-Fi only. So I'm going to click Wi-Fi. The camera indicator is flashing slowly red, which it is. So that tells me it's ready. And I'm going to click next, and what's going to happen is the phone should generate some tones which will send the Wi-Fi information to the camera. We click here. Oh, I got to put my password in first and then send it. Okay, now I've put my password in. I'll click next.
Camera ready.
So when I click the next button here, what it's going to do now is the camera is going to rotate 360 degrees and it's going to take a bunch of still images of the room. This is for your navigation so that once the camera's up and running, you get a still image of the room. You can just tap anywhere on the screen and the camera will actually go to that shot. It's taking a picture of the room. In this case, it's taking a picture of my bench. It's created a stitched 360 degree room or view of my workshop here. So they give you free 31-day cloud storage. And it says here, the free service will automatically terminate after the trial. If you want to continue using cloud storage, buy it in time within the app. If needed to activate temporarily, you can activate it later. I'm not going to bother with cloud storage, so we're going to bail out of that. If I just tap the screen here, it will show me what's on the camera, and if I just swipe my finger, it will move the camera around. Which way? There we go. So just by swiping, I can pan and tilt the camera anywhere in its field of view. And if you want to talk to the person or talk to the pet, you can just click talk, and you have to turn on the permissions for your microphone. But then you can talk back to the camera. And if I want to listen to what's going on, I just uncheck the speaker and create feedback. But anyway, that's how simple this one is to set up. Little note here, it says this video is encrypted to protect your privacy. Tap on the screen and it will move. If I tap over here, it'll move to there. If I tap up to there, it'll move to that. So you tap on the screen. If I want to center the camera, for example, it'll center that. Anywhere you tap on here is going to move the camera. So you don't have to swipe, you can just tap. If something's of interest, say over in the corner of the room, you just tap there and it'll center that. If I want to look at my monitor that's up here in the corner, I just tap on there and it will now look at the monitor that I'm watching this on. And of course you can tap anywhere on here on your, this is a snapshot it takes of the room. So if you tap anywhere on the screen here, it'll position the camera roughly to there. So if I tap over here, it's going to spin the camera around to roughly to that point. If I tap over here, it's going to turn the camera all the way around the other way. Setup. Here's where you can set up your SD card record settings, for example. You can have it record daytime, evening, whole day, or customized. And continuous storage or storage for alarm. So I've set it up now to record everything, so it should be recording this onto the SD card. I'm not setting up any cloud storage. Memory card information will tell you the size of the memory card. And I haven't formatted this memory card in here, so maybe I probably should. So let's just... it says once you format the SD card, the recordings will start automatically. The camera supports up to a maximum 128 gigabyte micro SD card. So I'm formatting the card now. I'm just waiting for the camera to reset. And it says, it says, step 1, view the video, enter the settings screen, click memory card information, and format the memory card. And once the memory card's formatted, I should be able to play back any videos that are stored on the card. After formatting the memory card, I was wondering why it wasn't showing up on the timeline. All I had to do was just power cycle the camera, and then it started recording automatically. So to play back your recordings, just slide the timeline, go back, and it'll play back what happened in front of the camera at that time. Now you can also set it up so that it will record events. See, that's what I had my camera pointed that direction. And then back to there. You can set it up so that it'll record events. I'm going to be using this camera to catch one of my 4 cats that keeps making a mess. And we don't know which one it is. And we're going to set this camera up in a room that the cats keep making a mess in. And I'll leave it at that. But okay, I'll tell you what the cats are doing. One of the cats is repeatedly going into the litter box and kicking out all the litter. So we have to go and clean up the cat litter off the floor. So we're going to figure out which one's doing it, because I'm going to set this camera up in the room that their litter box is in and set it up to record. We'll figure out who's doing it, who the guilty party is. Anyway, that's a look at this little camera. I didn't want to make a very long video because this is a fairly simple to set up device. One of the easier ones to set up. Link to this is in the description. I forgot to mention you can mount the camera from a ceiling mount, and then you can invert the picture. If you go back to your settings and then select shooting angle and click reverse, OK, and then we go back to the camera, and now the image is upside down. That way, if you hang the camera upside down, the image will be correct. So if you want to ceiling mount it, just invert the image. Easy peasy. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. And I got another one to do for these guys as well, but we'll do that. That'll be the next one. Anyway, this one's gone on long enough. Link to this is in the description. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.